And good evening, good afternoon, good morning, no matter what time you're watching this. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Woody Collins, and I do these talking about Congo episodes every day, sometime earlier and sometimes later. However, we do them every day, and we are available to catch us on Facebook, on my personal profile, Woody Collins, or on the Congo Helping Hands Facebook page, or on our YouTube Congo Helping Hands Facebook page. Congo Helping Hands YouTube page. So, thank you so much for stopping by. And today we are talking about an opinion piece by one of the doctors and officials of the uh, organizations over in Congo who was distributing uh, uh, the vaccines to countries in Africa. And her conclusion was that instead of COVID-19, the pandemic, being over, it is just beginning. So she's saying that it is now time to get serious and that we need to uh, get help to the Africa and get them in a position that they do not end up like India. So I'm gonna give you my opinion on it. I could see what she's saying because mostly in Africa we do not have a robust. Many of the countries do not have a robust system as India have. However, I think the population density is one of the negative points that Africa doesn't have, and so therefore, I think that was the leading cause of the pandemic outbreak that we see going on in India at the current time. However, uh, we see that the a lot of the African countries, and since I follow the Congo had 1.7 million doses of vaccine of the AstraZeneca, and because of there was a little hesitation by the European countries, Congo got cold feet and decided that they were not going to uh, they did not actively distribute it. So the UNICEF and the World Health Organization pulled that back and gave it to other countries who are doing a better job distributing the vaccine. So, in particular, whether that was a good move on Congo's part, a justifiable move on Congo's part, I'm kind of up in the air about that. I just cannot understand uh, that you received that and you waited so long to actually, uh, you know, not distribute it, but you should have notified UNICEF a lot earlier that the country was not ready for it. And but when you look at only 1.7 million, you have that many people that the vaccine would have just went around Kinshasa, and that's the hot spot. And then the other hot spot is over in the east in the Kivus. So if you had just made distribution to those two areas and actively pushed it, and with a campaign of trying to curb some of the disinformation, I think they would have been a lot better. I think it would have been a lot better. So, I think about what the doctor's saying, going back to what she's saying, is that now she's saying the rich countries and other countries need to step up and consider this a humanitarian emergency. And I look at from the standpoint of the Congo, how can you say it's a humanitarian emergency uh, I don't see that, because you look at it, when you talk about a humanitarian emergency, you were given uh, doses of the vaccine and you didn't use it. So, how can someone say in the Congo that it is a humanitarian emergency? I mean, it is kind of contradictory. I can see if all the you had distributed all of the doses and people have been vaccinated, I think you have a case for, yeah, it's a humanitarian emergency. We need more doses. We need the rich countries like the U.S. and in Europe to provide more doses and to help out the African countries. But especially in the case of Congo, you did not do what it is. So it's kind of like somebody came to help you and you chose not to help. So I just hope that this is not the situation that that in the case of Congo, it comes back to bite them on the butt. Meaning to say is, if this doctor is right, and this is just the beginning, and Congo and Africa is going to have a pandemic like they have in India now, uh, who is going to come to the aid of these countries when a lot of them has drugged their feet and did not distribute the vaccine, especially in the case of Congo. So this is going to be a kind of interesting situation. So I just hope that it doesn't come to pass, that especially in the Congo, if they can maintain control of the pandemic in Kinshasa, the most heavily populated city, and also keep it under control in the Kivus, and probably also some of the other provinces that have that have been a lot of cases. And when I say a lot of cases, that's in the thousands. I don't think the Congo has had 30,000 cases confirmed yet. So, uh, I guess the thing with is we'll have to see. But I just hope that it doesn't happen like like it's going on in India, uh, because it would be a worse situation. But we're just going to hope that the Congo can continue holding it down in the populated cities, and then don't let it spread to the interior, which I think it would be a much harder to spread into the interior, because villages are so remote, villages are so sparsely populated, and also when you got the case of most of the people in the outside of the cities, they're outside all the time, either working or in the evening, like I'm sitting outside, they're outside eating, they're outside doing other things, and it's because it's a more poor place, poor environment, and they don't have a lot of the luxury of sitting inside a house that is lit and so forth. They're going to be sitting outside where the cooking is going on, and eat, and then they will go to bed and things like that. So we'll have to see. But take a look at that article and see what you think about it. And because one of my colleagues, he said that it has not taken into account what the churches have done and different things. And I say, yeah, but when you look at it, I think the last figure I saw, only about 5,000 people had been vaccinated, and this is a one-dose shot. That's not too many people, uh, and when you consider the population of Kinshasa and how many potential people, you have millions of people that's in the different churches. I would say probably close to 40 million people. And so just with the church people, you should have got enough to take care of all that if the people would have been aggressive with the disinformation, and also talking to the people and saying, hey, this is a good thing, and things like that. So let me know what you think, and we will see you tomorrow when we'll be answering your questions. So if you have any questions, you can drop those in the comment today, or you can go to my Facebook profile, Congo Helping Hands profile, and leave a question about what you want to see have answered. And also, you can do that on YouTube. So appreciate it. Take care, and we're gonna try to get this pandemic and continue trying to get this pandemic under control. I'm asking everyone, always say, wash your hands as frequently as possible. Number two is wear your mask, even though we are going to a different situation, but that's only for vaccinated people. They're saying you don't have to wear your mask, but if you're not vaccinated, you need to be very careful with that. And finally, we need to socially distance ourselves. You know, and I think that's easy to do, is that you restrict yourself, that don't get into people's face and things like that. And that's my policy. Even though I'm fully vaccinated, I'm not going to do that no matter what. Thank you again, and we will see you tomorrow. This has been Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hand, and we will talk to you later.